Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. We're going to talk about Ontario knives tonight, a little bit. Going to have some different opinions from me, a couple that's been echoed, same sentiment, and a couple that might not be popular, and that's okay. This is the SP10 Marine Raider buoy. Now, what got this all going? About 5 or 6 weeks ago, we found out that Ontario might be sold, and then we found out they actually shut down a plant in Franklinville, New York. 56 employees were going to lose their jobs. A lot of people come out and made a lot of good videos on it. They really did. I held off. I just wanted to kind of see how things shook out. Now, what I want to do with this video, I'm kind of organizing things in the war room, and we're going to do kind of a reinvent type deal. So I wanted to get organized, and I come across my Ontario knives. I'm going to show you a couple of them real quick, and then we're going to get into it. This is the Cerberus. I love this knife. I don't know if I got a video on this knife. I will. I enjoy carrying this knife. You can see it's been beat to hell and back. I've kind of bashed that tip a little bit. I got to get it redone, or I got to redo it. But this is the Cerberus, and I absolutely love this knife. Now, I love all knives. And if you watch the channel, you know that I love knives. I always have. A couple real quick. This is the SP53 Bolo. I believe Chris Hall gave me this. Chris is an awesome dude. I met him. We camped together at Blackie Thomas's. Big shout out to Blackie. We've got a project coming up. But Chris Hall gave me this, and I love this thing. I'll have a video coming out on this one pretty soon. And then I have the SP51, another knife. Now, I do have a video out on this. And this one's in 5160. I believe my Marine Raider buoy is in 1075, I believe. I'm not sure what the Bolo's in, but this one is 5160. Now, the other thing I have that we all have is an old hickory. An old hickory. These things go back eons, dude. Ontario's been in business, or had been in business, for over 134 years, right? So, and my eyes floating bad. You'll just have to forgive me tonight, guys. Listen, since 1889, I want to read you a couple names and then we'll dive into it. The original story. Come July 27th, the Ontario Knife Company's factory in Franklinville, New York, will be shutting down operations, leaving 56 employees out of work, and the OKC legacy in jeopardy. The news dropped in the Albion Times Herald, which recounted a countywide effort to keep the factory running, which ultimately came up short. So the county tried to keep it running. I don't know if they tried to purchase the factory. I'm not sure. Came up short. After we got that news, Rodney Moore, one of my subscribers, one of the guys who supports this channel a lot, emailed Blue Ridge Knives. He asked them point blank, period, will you continue making Ontario knives? They said they would. They did not specify where. Then Cutting Board Reviews, CBR, Cutting Board Reviews. He's another YouTuber. I watched and just come across this today. He brought out a short where he said, hey, they're still going to be made in the USA. For the full video, click below. He actually had a phone call with Blue Ridge Knives. Now, shout out to Cutting Board Reviews for going to the horse's mouth. Hey, I'm going to see what's going on. He was a little more hopeful. I listened to that phone call a couple times. It's like 3 minutes long. I'll put it in the description. 1, go over there and support him. 2, check out the video. He was hopeful that they're going to make Ontario knives in the States. What it sounded like to me, the guy from Blue Ridge had a lot of roundabout speak. I think they may make some, but just very, very vague, as he should be. As he should be. You're not going to show your hand. Now, Blue Ridge Knives, if you're not familiar, they're a large wholesaler, major player in the game. They bought Ontario's name and their stock. That's important to remember, name and stock. Read you this part and then we'll dive into my opinion. August 3rd update. Now, I realize we're at the 19th, but I'm just trying to catch you up, okay? Blue Ridge Knives says they are working with OKC's management to sell them the manufacturing equipment so they can continue producing OKC knives in Franklinville, New York, per a statement from Blue Ridge Knives. In the meantime, the OKC site is back up and running, but not accepting orders. There's also been an active effort to help the OKC employees find new jobs with events such as targeted job fairs scheduled for August. Now listen, a lot can be gleaned from that, okay? But anything that I tell you is going to be strictly my opinion. Strictly my opinion, okay? I don't know where we're at from there. If you have facts, feel free to put them in the comments. Okay, I've seen, well, Scab, they're not going to make them here, and they may not. I'm not as hopeful. I'm kind of like you. I think they're going to ship them out. I want you to listen to me a couple things real quick. One, I like Ontario knives. Okay, they were a budget brand made in the United States. They were a brand that if you were on hard times, or if you wanted a knife and you didn't want to spend a fortune, you could go get a knife. But I want you to listen to me. Here's where people start to kind of veer, and here's where people kind of start to lose, and here's where nostalgia starts to take over. Because I've seen people, well, the quality's going to go down. Listen to me. I love Ontario knives. Okay? But they were a budget brand. Now, they had the Rat series, they had the Ranger series, they had the SP series. They've got the old Hickory line, which in my opinion is probably their best line. But let's don't pretend that the quality is going to go. It couldn't have gone a whole lot further. Now, let me say this. I knew, and I know when I got my Ontario stuff, they weren't going to be exactly perfect. I got what I paid for. I'm okay with it. It's a good chance to hone your skills, sharpening. But let's don't act, okay? The other thing is this. In this statement, they're working with them to buy the equipment. That's why I said it's important to understand that Blue Ridge bought the name and the stock. Now, just on face value, and again, guys, this is opinion. Reading this, here's some things that concern me. It says they're back, and people say, oh my God, they're back open. No, they're back up and running, but they're not taking orders. That could be them disassembling machines. The tragedy and the big part of this video I want you to understand is 56 people are probably going to lose their jobs. Okay? Now listen to me. I don't give a damn where knives made. Y'all know my stance on that. You're adults. You work. You spend your money where you want to. I still believe in that freedom. Okay? I won't tell you where. Now, my druthers, I try to support American made all I can. Listen to this part, because this part's very important to me. There is a caveat. When you shut down a factory in this country and you move that shipping or you move that production and those people lose their jobs, that's horseshit. Okay? 56 people are probably losing their job. You say, well, Scab, they may keep it open. Here's what you got to look at. That last paragraph. Now, I got this offline. Okay? There has also been an active effort, and I quoted this word for word, there has also been an active effort to help the OKC employees find new jobs with events such as targeted job fair scheduled for early August. I believe in hope. Y'all know I do. I'm more hopeful than most. I try to see the good. I really do. But if there was a strong chance they were going to make knives in Franklinville, there wouldn't be job fairs. Now, here's the deal. Here's the truth again. This is opinion. I'd like to see those 56 employees keep their jobs. Because here's the thing. I'm 51. I'll be 52 in 2 months. At this stage of life, I would probably be one of the people up there helping disassemble, because here's the thing. While we don't roll in the money, we don't. We're hardworking people. Megatron works, I work. But at my age, I would be okay to help them finish out and then find another job. What breaks my heart is for some of those that are younger, that's got kids, that's got bills. Some of them can't afford to sit around and wait. Well, maybe you can't. Hope don't feed the family. Hope don't pay the bills. You got to have some, I understand that, to keep you sane and to keep you moving forward. But a dose of reality now is those folks have lost their jobs. I know it's yet to play out, and I want you to listen to that phone call. And if you disagree with me, put it in the comments. Man, this ain't a I'm right thing. That's one thing about me you'll always find. When I do stuff like this, I'm not doing this like it's my way or the highway. I'm telling you. What it sounded like to me from the Blue Ridge guy, they got some equipment. They're going to move some manufacturing, some lines. But when he was asked specifically about the employees, he said, I can't get into that. And I understand that. Again, he's talking to a YouTuber. Now, my guy at Cutting Board Reviews, buddy, I don't know your name, and I'm sorry. I watched a couple of your videos, and I enjoy them. And I subscribe to you. Thank you for reaching out to them. Thank you for having that phone call with them. Thank you for bringing that to light. And I hope, like you hope, that they're going to be made in USA. I don't know. Opinion time, and I'm going to wrap it up. This knife world and this knife community is amazing. It's amazing because all those groups I mentioned at the front, they're all part of it. The thing that I've seen about the knife community is this. We band together when we have to. We're different walks of life. We're different religious stripes, colors, all that crap. It's a melting pot. It is. And when there's a problem, we come together. What can we do? I don't know that there is anything we can do, but I do know this. If you are someone who can help one of those employees find a job, reach out to them, not to me, to them. If you know of any work in New York, reach out. They don't want to give up their job. But again, we need to rally now the community and try to help those folks find their job. Listen, the tragedy, I mean, I get it. It's nostalgia. You know, Grandpappy Smith, Scab, he used to take that old hickory butcher knife and cut 4 or 5 people and then go butcher a cow. That's just the way they did it. Yeah, okay. All right. Let me help you with that nostalgia. This fall, there's going to be a lot of yard sales and flea markets. People don't have a clue of what they got. Go buy all that shit. I am. I'll be honest with you right now. I'm gonna start hitting some flea markets this fall. I'm not going out while it's hot as balls. Any flea market you ever go to, they got old hickory. Any yard sale, right? So while this stuff's there, but that's not the tragedy. The nostalgia is not the tragedy. People losing their jobs, the human cost here is the tragedy. I hate seeing it. I've been without a job. I know what it is to struggle. I know what it is to get laid off. I know what it is to get fired. Now, I've never been through something like they're going through. And I today, as I've been in this room and as a working man, and I take great pride in that, I've thought about this video all day. And I thought, you know what? To be up there, everything's fine one day, and I'm sure they might have had a hint, but they come out and they give you that pink slip, or that foreman comes out with his head down. That's real shit. That's real shit. When your kids got to eat, when your spouse has got to eat, that's real shit. Who's to blame? I don't know. I'm not here to put blame. I'm here to rally the knife community. And if we have to, we'll rally up. If you can help, I'm not asking you to give one dime. It's not what I'm asking you. Because I wouldn't know where to give it to. If you can help some of those folks with a job, reach out to them. Blue Ridge Knives, guys, it's on you, man. It's on you to do the right thing. I'm Scab. You're not. I'm gone, son. Good night. Love y'all. Some of you.